Oh shit. The face track is kinda fucked up.
Yo, what's good YouTubes? This is your boy NYC. It's me, Ray, and this is the EDCC, that is the Everyday City Carry. Today we are gonna do a review of the BRS Apache, getting straight to it so I could focus more on the cinematic shots that I'm gonna do later. Let me lower the volume of this music right now, playing in my ear, that way I don't yell in this review. If you hear things happening about the apartment, that is the Kelly doing her succulent stuff, man. Your wife needs a gift, your wife needs a present or something, give her a sucky. Check out at HappyGoSucky on Instagram. Wow, it's like this video was brought to you by HappyGoSucky on Instagram. Like Kelly paid me. I paid for rent with this review. I'm just gonna tighten up the pivot here a little bit because I saw it was a little off center. So the BRS Apache, a quick backstory of how I got this thing. Homie Winchester Inc sent it to me just to check out. He wanted to know what I thought about it, and he wasn't that sure how he felt about it. Now, you know, I'm gonna give him my thoughts now, but damn, he was like, hey, trade me some. And then I didn't get back to him right away, and I think he was just like, let me just give it to him. And that's what happened, and now I have the BRS Apache. Are they called BRS or BRS E-volve? Because I know the full name on the gram is BRS E-volve, so BRS E-volve Apache. But let's get into what's dope about it, what's whack about it, or if you should forget about it. So what's dope about it? All right, well, the milling and the details on this is one of the most striking things about this knife. You're gonna see all these little lines all over that are uniform throughout the whole thing. You've even got this line on the blade here. And just the design language just translates into the whole thing. That's me trying to sound knife smart because I am not. You've got red accents on it. You've got this like shuriken almost triangle star right there on the pivot. And that just makes for a little pop of color. You've also got a red backspacer, or I don't even know what that's called, because a backspacer would be the whole thing, or what do you guys call that? Red box spacer or some shit. But what's cool about it is it's not flush on purpose, and you've got this little dip there. And I think on another design that might not work, but on this one it kind of does, man, because you've got this space age futuristic thing going on. The blade shape, I don't know a lot about it. I think this is a, let me look at my cheat sheet, it's a drop point flat grind, and I don't know, it just looks like a fucking spear to me, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's why they call it the Apache, but I like it, man. Have I put this through a lot of use? I'm gonna say no on that one, because I've cut a few pieces of cardboard on cam before, and I've brought this to work and cut some other like bullshit stuff. So not really hard use like what Bearded Gear Jake would do or something like that, or like Cedric and Ada Pete, but you know, useful. I put it through use for me, you know what I'm saying, like a city living, city dweller action snob. Now the next thing is there's no branding on this, which is really cool, man. I sort of like that trend right now, and some companies are not putting branding. There is branding, however, on the pocket clip, and it's fine, dude. It looks pretty good, actually. Like I said, it just kind of matches with this whole aesthetic of the knife, man. You know, this kind of reminds me of like a high-end gaming PC build that has like these accents, and here's like the little logo. I don't know why that comes to mind when I think of this design. I also think of like a futuristic starfighter type dude, like Master Chief from Halo or something. Now the BRS E-volve Apache feels really sturdy, okay? You're not gonna have any nervousness about like getting into something with this, unless it's like not ergonomic to your hand, but it just feels super sturdy, and I've got some really sturdy knives on here to guest on this review. So the sturdiness of this is comparable to, let's say, a ZT-0456, which is one of my favorite knives of all time. This is what started Everyday City Carry. If you haven't if you didn't know, this was the first knife review I've ever done, and I've done a lot of that, and I've done a lot of crazy shit in that video, like dress up like Iron Man and a ninja, so pretty wild. This is the ZT0055, which is another weird but very sturdy, but has that futuristic look like the BRS E-volve Apache. And here's like a pocket chunker, right? Like Jimmy Slash would say. This is the 0900, ZT0900, designed by Lace the George. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. So in terms of sturdiness, I would say the Apache is comparable to these guys. You know, it just doesn't feel like it's gonna give at all. And I like it for that reason. It's just very like, it's just like a tank, man. It's a tank, you know? Another thing that's crazy about it is this is like $166 right now. I'm not sure if these are out of stock. I think I saw some that were on some sites. It was, but 166 for something this sturdy and this cool in aesthetics. Good materials too. S35EN blade steel, titanium frame lock flipper. I think it's worth $166. I think it's worth $166, man. Now let's talk about the ergonomics a little bit, because you guys know I got to talk about the ergos for the fish paws, and it is really good, as you can see right here. There are plenty of. I've got a pretty good grip on it. I would worry though for someone that has larger hands than me. I got small Asian fish paw hands, so. You know what I'm saying? Like some gloves I wear XS, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I got pretty small hands, but for me, this is perfect. And the blade shape is perfect. It is palm. I went like this to the camera that's normally there, and it's not. But it is palm ready. So that is pretty awesome. So this is really good for a city dweller. What's whack about it? All right, so the action is kind of just okay. That's why it didn't get as high of marks from me. Is because I am an action snob. That is what I mainly use my knives for. If you are coming on here to, you know, talk about steels and all that, you're in the wrong place, baby. But I do know my action, and this is not one of the better actions I've experienced in my life. And I'm not talking sexually. This is just, it's just okay. You know, it's not terrible, but it definitely feels a little stiff. Maybe if I like opened it up and lubed it up, maybe it'll be better. I'm not sure. That usually improves a knife's action, but I haven't done that. There's no drop shut on it either, so that's kind of a bummer. But a lot of knives in this blade length don't drop shut like that. Another thing is this is kind of heavy. All right, you're looking at 4.42 ounces. There's no weight reduction on the inside at all, which is kind of a missed opportunity, I would feel. You know, because if you did have weight reduction in it, you know, you could, it would just feel a little bit lighter, man. And it doesn't have any of that. So kind of a bummer there. Kind of a missed opportunity there. So do you forget about it? I'm kind of in the middle on this one, because if I was going to go buy this knife at 166, which I rarely buy knives right now because your boy's saving because he poor as fuck. But I don't know if I would have picked this up if Winchester Inc. didn't give it to me. Now that he did, of course, it's probably never going to leave my collection, because I have a very tough time getting rid of stuff that people donate unless they tell me to give it away. This is just something that's gonna stay in here and in the collection. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. $166, S35EN blade steel, titanium frame lock flipper, very cool design, very sturdy knife. You definitely don't have to worry about like this breaking down on you when you're using it. Pocket clip's all right. The tension's pretty good. I didn't talk about that much, but at 166, there's just a lot of good knives at $100, 120, 130 that are S35EN too. You know, when you're looking at things like Concept knives, they get a lot of good stuff going on. But it is a BRS evolved knife, so usually I think this is in the higher bracket of like 200, 180, 200. This is 166. That really surprised me about that. I didn't talk about the jimping on top actually, and that's another thing. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much. That is another thing that I found very, very comfortable. When I use the knife, it's like it's very deep. I would compare it to Todd Knife and Tools jimping on the Wii Roxy and the malware and things like that. It's very aggressive, but it's chamfered enough so it's not gonna fuck your hand up, and it goes with the design. I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments of the BRS E-volve Apache. Shout out again to Winchester Inc. for letting me check this out. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please check out the Patreon if you want to see Kelly and I do our thing. And I'm not talking about intercourse. I'm talking about doing a podcast. 1 extra hour a week. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. This is your boy in the NYC. It's me, Ray, and this is the EDCC saying peace. Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.